daughter he wished he was more like. I'm praying for both of them even now, and I'm hoping the hotel gives Olivia a promotion. As I walked to the elevator, I heard Olivia take a request for a wake-up call. Yes, ma'am, that's 3:30 in the a.m.? You've got it. Sweet dreams, ma'am. I want to be more like Olivia. She wants to change the world one customer at a time. I think we all do, really, whether we work at a hotel or own our own chain of them, conduct meetings in high-powered boardrooms, or gather kids around the kitchen table to talk about chores. You and I were born with eyes to see the potential for better days. It's built into the way we actually perceive the things around us, built into the gut feelings we have, and the way we somehow gather strength in the midst of the darkest trials. Olivia reminded me of the persistence we women have deep within us to believe restoration is a reality. For Olivia, that restoration is customer service and employee satisfaction. For you, that restoration may be the safety of a neighborhood, or kindness shown to strangers, or rebuilding the love that's been shattered within your own family. You and I have big dreams. We have things that prick at us like cactus needles, things that get our attention and hold it and insist that we do something. Born in the image and likeness of God, we are creators at heart. I believe we as women are leaders at heart too, and I believe one woman can change the world, because I've seen it. Some of you are nodding your heads right now. I'm warning you in advance that this book may mess with you. Many of you are saying, wait a second, I may be able to lead a bit, but I'm no leader, and change the world? You've got the wrong woman. I don't. I promise. I write articles to help leaders do their jobs better, and there's a lot of 5 powerful ways and 3 tips language in them. Tips and tricks are great for things like interviews, debriefs, and how to encourage your staff and volunteer teams. But tips and tricks fall short when it comes to the way we live our lives. This may be a book filled with leaders, but it's not a typical leadership book. This book isn't a prescription, and it's not filled with bulleted next steps for getting the perfect promotion or finally cracking the code to starting your own empire. Nor does this book offer up perfect models for business or ministry. What the women in this book have to share is far more beautiful than these things. This is a book about who you and I are as women. You may not always agree with the decisions each woman featured has made on her journey. You may not always agree with me either. That's okay. Consider this book more of a conversation between you and me about things we've been told, things we've come to believe, and things we fear, simply because we are human. Since being human can be viewed as a pretty big flaw, unless you see humanity as divinely designed. Think of this book as a peek into the very real lives of very real women. Each of them has fought fear. Each of them has at times questioned herself or worried she'd be found lacking in a world that loves to define us by what we do rather than who we are. These women battle self-loathing, mental illness, loneliness. They battle their pasts. They battle oppression and bias and scorn. There are days when all goes well and days when knees are bloodied from stumbling. And yet they still believe they are designed by God to make an impact and influence the world. They are teaching me to believe that too. Oh, and this book doesn't really end, because these women's lives aren't over. Our lives aren't over either. Think of this book as a note of encouragement, a reminder that everything about you, the good days, the hard seasons, the feelings you feel and the way you think, the person who looks back at you when you look in the mirror, and the person who shows up to overwhelm your thoughts when you take the time to listen. Yes, everything about you is purposeful and meaningful and has a place in your story. This is an honest look at what it means to be a woman of influence in a world that often doesn't make leadership easy. It's about leading with grace in cultures that aren't always graceful. It's about reclaiming all your God-given physical and spiritual DNA and allowing it to do its work.